All right, let's jump right in. We're talking about Zoetis today. And look, when it comes to animal health, they are the name, the undisputed global leader. But we're not just going to talk about cute puppies and kittens. No, we're putting on our investor hats to figure out what really makes this company, ticker symbol ZTS, tick. So this really gets to the heart of it, right? You got the world's best animal health company. But does that automatically make it a good investment? It's that classic problem we all face as investors. A fantastic company isn't always a fantastic stock. There's a difference. Yeah, and this quote just nails it. Think of Zoetis as this high-quality, long-term compounding machine. It just keeps churning out value. But here's the catch, and it's a big one. Everybody knows it. And because of that, the stock consistently trades at a premium. It always looks expensive. So the big question we're trying to answer today is it worth paying up for that quality? Let's dig in. Okay, so first things first, before we start talking bulls and bears and stock prices, we gotta understand what this business is all about. What does Zoetis actually do? What makes it go? Now this is super interesting. When you hear animal health, your mind probably jumps to, cows and pigs on a farm. But check this out. A whopping 68% of their business is companion animals. We're talking about our dogs, our cats, our furry family members. So at the end of the day, this company is really powered by how much we love our pets. And here's why that matters so much. That bigger piece of the pie, the companion animal side, is also growing faster. We're seeing 9% growth there. It's the real engine of this company. This is all tapping into this massive trend that analysts call pet humanization, which is really just a fancy way of saying we're treating our pets like our kids and we're willing to spend whatever it takes to keep them healthy and happy. All right, so it's a great business. We've got that down. But is it a great investment? Let's build the bull case. And for Zoetis, the argument for buying this stock, it really boils down to one single, powerful idea. Its incredibly durable competitive moat. Now, if you're not familiar with the term, just picture a castle. A moat is that ditch filled with water that protects the castle from invaders. In business, it's the same idea. It's what protects a company's profits from competitors. It makes it super hard for anyone else to attack their business. So, what exactly is protecting Castle Zoetis? Well, it's not just one thing. It's built on 4 huge pillars. You've got their superior innovation. Their R&D is just on another level. Then there's their unmatched global scale. Nobody can touch them on manufacturing and distribution. Add to that a super diversified portfolio of products. And maybe most importantly, this direct-to-vet model they have, which basically makes them partners with every vet clinic out there. And let's put some hard numbers behind that innovation pillar. Just look at this number, 14. Zoetis has 14 different blockbuster product lines. Now get this, that's more than a third of all the blockbuster products in the entire industry. Let that sink in. It's just absolute dominance in R&D. Okay, and this next number, this shows you just how good management is at their job. This is their return on invested capital, or ROIC. Basically, for every buck they put back into the business, whether it's for research or new factories, they're cranking out almost 19 cents in pure profit. That right there is the sign of a world-class, exceptionally well-run company. So you can see how this all connects, right? It creates this incredible, powerful flywheel. They sell these amazing, high-margin products that brings in tons of cash. What do they do with the cash? They plow it right back into R&D to create the next big thing, and the whole cycle starts over, with the flywheel just spinning faster and faster, creating more and more value for investors. It's beautiful. Okay, wow. That's a pretty strong bull case, you have to admit. But hey, we're smart investors here, right? We always have to flip the coin over and look at the other side. Nothing's perfect. So let's talk about the bear case. What are the risks? And what's so fascinating is that the biggest risks are kind of the flip side of their greatest strengths. It's a classic case of success breeds competition. Their dermatology drugs are so dominant that naturally, every other company is now trying to get a piece of that action. And yeah, they're innovative, but launching something totally new, like their arthritis pain drug Librela, isn't easy. Adoption has actually been slower than they expected. It just goes to show success itself can create new problems. But honestly, all of that is small potatoes compared to the real hurdle for an investor. It's the valuation, the price tag. This stock is almost always expensive. And what that means is that the market is already pricing in a ton of good news. The big risk is that you're paying for all that future success today, which might not leave a lot of room for the stock to go up from here. And you can see that premium right here, clear as day. Look at the PE ratio, look at the EV to EBITDA. Zoetis is way more expensive than its competitors, Elanco and Merck. But then your eyes should go straight to that bottom row, that ROIC number. 18.5% for Zoetis versus just 4% for Elanco. That's the reason for the premium. That's what you're paying for. You're paying up for a much, much higher quality business that makes a lot more money. All right, we've heard the bull case, we've heard the bear case. So let's bring it all home. What's the bottom line for an investor looking at Zoetis today? What are the key takeaways? Let's just run through the big questions one by one. Is that moat sustainable? Yeah, for sure. Their R&D and scale are just too hard to copy. Where's the growth going to come from? Easy, companion animals. The pet humanization trend isn't going anywhere. Is management spending your money wisely? That crazy high ROIC screams yes. And finally, is it a safe business? Absolutely. When times get tough, vet bills are one of the last things people cut. So here's where we land. Zoetis is, without a doubt, a best-in-class company, a true world beater. That part isn't really up for debate. The real debate, the question I'm leaving you with, is a personal one. It's for you to decide. Knowing what you know now, what price are you willing to pay for quality?